Well, folks, we have a problem here. AC unit is not working today. Temperature is 9 degrees. Feel like 98 degrees outside. And it's not working at all. So something got to be done. Take this cover off. I'll show you what it's doing inside. This is your contactor. It just won't do nothing. See, it ain't engaging. It ain't starting. The motor ain't turning. This is your capacitor. I'm going to change the capacitor. I'm also going to change the contactor while I'm in here. Anybody know anything about wells and pressure switches? This contactor is kind of the same principle as your pressure switch for your well water. To get started on changing parts, first thing you do, turn your power off. If you got one of these pull outs, pull that out. You can turn it and set it back in there to the off, or just leave it out altogether, or turn your brake off. I would suggest go inside your house and turn your thermostat off as well. After you turn all your power off and your thermostat off, come back to your unit. If you looked at any of my videos, first thing I tell you to do is to take pictures of what you're working on, so you will know exactly where everything go back, where all your wires and stuff go back. Next, get your new parts and match them up. Make sure they're the same, and then match up with the contactor. Make sure they about the same. Over here, the capacitor. This is a little bolt right here. Loosen that up. Capacitor slide out. If you look at these, you got this back one fan. This one is HERM, or whatever. This one is your common. Just put it in the same direction how it is. You got your HERM, HERM, right here. Your fan going to the back, and then your commons over here. Just put it back the same way. I wouldn't even unhook my wires yet. Just put this back in place. Tighten your bolt back in. After you got your capacitor back in place, then just have it sit in the same direction. Just switch your wires over. That part is finished. This unit may start working now. I'm going to go ahead and change this contactor as well since I'm in here. Over here, you have a bolt in here on this side. Loosen this bolt up over here on this side. Pull this out. Take your new contactor, slide that in place. Put your bolt back in now. Now just switch your wires over. Yeah, I could have took all this off at one time, and I did take pictures of it. It's a whole lot easier if you have it right beside each other and switch them over. You can't go wrong that way. So you got these two yellow wires over here on this right side. Go ahead, transfer them over. This yellow wire from your capacitor went over here to your contactor. Then you got this wire in front of it, slide down on that boat in there. See this one, the boat was like this, they go in there. This one might have to modify it a little bit so it go in there. I'm gonna just squeeze them together and see if I can fit it down in there. I tried squeezing this in a little bit so it fit down in there, still won't go. So I'm gonna use what you normally see me use a lot. Take my grinder and just grind a little bit off of there. And the reason why I'm doing that, always think ahead. Whether you have to work on something again or somebody coming behind you, you have to work on it. I could cut this off, but then down the road, if this piece ever need replacing again, and it have a bolt on it like this, I won't have this piece to put on now. Slides right in now, work like a charm. Now I can tighten that down. Do the same thing on this next set of top wires. Unscrew that black one. Got a little smaller black wire behind it. Pull that off. Plug that into the new one. Then we're going to have to do the same thing with this black wire. I'm going to have to squeeze it in, grind it down a little bit for it to fit. Squeeze it in. Take my grinder. Slide that in place, tighten the bolt on it. Get these side plugs. Got one top and bottom. Alright, put that off the bottom. Put on the side, on the bottom of the new one. Then you got this one at the top right here. Slide that over. Put that at the top of the new one. And on your left side, this right here is actually 2 in 1. You ain't gonna pull that one off separately. They both come off together. Well, it's all one piece. See, that's just all one piece right there. How it's made. Go ahead, plug that in on the top, on the left side, if you can see. Plug that right here on top of the left side, right there. Alright. You got this one, this big one at the bottom of that one. Put that at the bottom on your new one. We almost home free to cooling down again. And at your bottom, you got 2 wires coming in. It's your power wires. One on the right side. One on the left side. Then you got this wire plugged in up on the bottom. Go ahead and unplug that one and plug it in on the bottom of the new one. Alright. Then loosen your set screws. Had one wire coming in the bottom on the right. Slide that in now. Alright, tighten it in. Same on the left side. Slide him in now. Tighten that in. Alright. Now, what's left to do now is turn your power back on and your thermostat back on. See what she'll do. Go back. Plug this back in the on position. Also cut any breakers on if you cut them off. Look at that. Fan already started back moving. Come back inside. Go back to your thermostat. Cut it back on. Back to cool. I just heard it pop on. Oh yes, Lord, we back in business now. Go check a vent. Feeling nice and cool. Take me a piece of tissue. You can see how well it's blowing. You can't feel that cool air, but I can. Wife will be happy about that when she get back. Running just as quiet, smooth as silk. Put your cover back on, go back inside, enjoy your cool air. Folks, there you have it. Change the capacitor, and while I was in there, I went ahead and changed the contactor now. I hope this video helped somebody, and I hope it will also help you save some money. Because I know for a fact, I just saved my house a few $1,000s. The reason I know is because a few months ago, my wife had the man come out, the HVAC, to come do maintenance on here, and he had made mention about changing that capacitor and that contactor, and he was telling me a few $1,000s. I merely went online and looked. I can get both of them parts I just replaced about $17.50 a piece. Well, since it went out on me today, I can't wait to order it for a few days. I went to the store nearby and still bought these parts for about $42. So that's what I'm saying. You can save yourself a lot of money sometimes. But some people can't afford to dish out $3,000 in a blink of an eye. Some people would love to fix stuff themselves, just don't know how. So, and then some people want to know what's going on so they don't get taken advantage of. So I hope this video in some way helps somebody.